My people, this leaf you see in this egusi soup is not ugu. It's not. If you want to know the leaf I used and how I made this delicious soup, just keep watching. So guys, to make this soup, you'll be needing onion. I chopped them into like cube size. Then this is Maggi crayfish. You all know, if you follow me, you know I love that seasoning. And then there is beef knorr for seasoning my beef. I have grinded crayfish. I have some salt, palm oil. I have stock fish. I'll show you how to wash this fish very well. And I have blended egusi with crayfish in it. I have my scotch bonnet onion blended. Then I have my beef. I just brought it out of the freezer. So this is just normal cow meat. Then I'm also going to be using assorted. That's the stomach. But I'm just using shaki and the roundabout. I'm not using any other thing. This is panla, dried panla. So guys, I'm just showing you the leaf because I already recorded it first. So this is what it is. This is what it looks like, but I'm not going to tell you the name yet. This is the leaf. Don't worry about how it's looking. Some of them are already drying up. That's because I left the house for like 2 days, and yeah, I left it like that. So just keep watching. You get to know. Start cooking. So the first thing I do is to cook my assorted. I like cooking it first because it takes time to cook, especially that shaki. It takes a lot of time, and if this meat is not well cooked and you put it in your food, it's very annoying to chew. Like, it annoys me so much. So guys, I'm just adding my seasoning, just really very regular seasoning, beef seasoning, water, onion, and that's it. That's all you need. While that is cooking, I'm just going to like cut or chop the leaf to the perfect size. I don't like washing before I cut because it tends to make it more difficult. So I just chop and then I wash. So that's what I'm doing right now. There's really no particular way to do this. You just want it to be small, not the size it is currently, right? Just chop it until it's like small bits, so you can actually see it in your soup and eat it, and it looks beautiful in your soup. Okay, that's all I'm doing here. It's a mystery how this leaf doesn't even smell so much. When you just buy it, you can't really smell it, but immediately you cut it, my god, the fragrance or this scent that comes from this leaf is amazing. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is wash my stockfish. Now I soaked this in hot water. Some persons just rinse it with room temperature water and they put it in their soup. I don't do that because you will find maggots, insects, like some tiny insects. Can you see them in the water? They are always there. So you can't take chances. Always soak it in hot water so it can bring out all of this. If you just use room temperature water, you won't see them. So when you soak it and you clean it off, throw this water away, put fresh water, then you can put it in your soup. Okay, so the next thing now is to check on our meat. It's looking good, halfway done. It's not completely done yet, so I'm just going to take it out and then start with the beef. I'm just doing basic, guys, regular seasoning of protein. I'm not adding too much. It's just beef seasoning, some onion, chopped onion. Then I go in with water. I add a little bit of salt as well. Then I go in with water, and that's it. That's all you need to season your beef for your soup. Actually, African, okay, let me say Nigerian soup, because I found out that some people used to add thyme, garlic, ginger. Do you really need that for our soups? I don't think you do. So I'll let that cook, and we're back to check on it. It's been cooking for 7 minutes. So now I'm going to transfer that assorted. I threw out the stock from it, so I'm adding it to this beef now, so it will cook completely, because I don't want to eat this thing and then I'll just be angry anyhow. So you cover that and let it cook. Now to the egusi. See, if you try this and it doesn't come out nice, come and look for me in my house and beat me. See, add onion, chopped onion into your egusi, add water, then add your stock. Guys, you mistake this thing for protein in your food, because you might even eat it and you don't know it's egusi you ate, because it will be so delicious. See, I boiled everything I poured here because I've been doing this for a long time. So if it's the first time you're going to try it, just be careful with the liquid you add, because you don't want it to be runny. You just want this kind of consistency, right? Like a paste. That's what you're looking for. You don't want water egusi. Do you understand? So this is what you're going for. So be careful when you add your liquid, and trust me, you will love it in your soup. So now we're back to check on our meat, and it is ready. Let's cook this soup. Add your palm oil. Please, the palm oil you use for your soup matters a lot. It can either make the soup taste nice or make it taste bad. So that's just it. So I've added my blended pepper now into the oil. I'm not letting it fry. The oil get so hot before I add it, because my daughter is with me and I don't want her to start choking. She's just actually holding my leg while cooking this. So I have to be careful around her. So you cover this and let it fry like so. It's perfect like this. And then you start adding that egusi like so. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see why you don't want it to be runny? Because you want this egusi, you want to see the small chunks of egusi, not so big. I think there's a soup egusi that Igbos prepare like this, that the egusi actually stays solidified like this. I don't know what that soup is called, but that's not what we're trying to make. This is just the regular egusi, but you want to see little lumps of it. You don't want it to be runny egusi. Okay, so this is how you fry it. Just put it like this, rinse off that one left in your plate, pour it into it. Don't turn it yet, or don't touch it, just cover it and let it fry. After 2 to 3 minutes, come back and flip it. See, there's no way you fry your egusi like this to cook your soup and then you have running stomach. Or people always complain that they don't like the frying method because when they finish eating it, like, they have running stomach, they always go to the toilet. If you fry it like this, if you make sure to fry it this way, it will cook properly. Remember, you still cook it again further. You cook it further because the soup is not ready yet. So there's no way you fry it this way, flipping it, making sure that both sides fry, that it will give you running stomach. Okay, if you've never tried it like this before, please try it and see the difference. Now you cover this and let it fry for another 2 to 3 minutes. Now you can break it, and trust me, you might even struggle breaking this thing because it won't really break. It won't break. You're just trying to like flip it, turn it around, because it's a soup, right? So we're going to go ahead to add in the panla or smoked fish. We're adding it now, adding our stock fish. We're adding the fishes now because we're still trying to build that flavor, that smoky flavor in your soup. It's soup, so it has to have that native smoky flavor. And when you do it this way, you get that flavor you are looking for. So the next thing is to go in with our beef, add our beef stock, just mix it together just so it marinates with the oil, the egusi. Just mix everything together before you go in with water, because you don't want so much water. Now you can see that I added my stock before I went ahead to add water or add any kind of seasoning in my soup, because I want to taste it to see that, okay, do I need more seasoning? Is this perfect? Now I've added the water. I'm just going to stir this a bit, and then I will taste for seasoning to see if I need any seasoning at all in this soup. But before I do that, I'm going to add in my crayfish. Don't forget your crayfish, it's very important. I left some out. I'm going to add it almost at the end of this video, like before I put down the soup. I'm going to add that leftover crayfish I grinded. So now that I'm done adding everything I need to add, it's actually time to taste this soup for seasoning. And yeah, I needed to add seasoning to it. Just this one, I added just one. There was no need to add salt or anything more. I just needed one of this cube, and It was perfect. Be careful with how you season your soup because if you over season it, you spoil it. I added the crayfish and then the ogak pata pata of them all. I can't explain how this leaf changes the fragrance, the taste. When I discovered this, I realized that I'm not going back to using ugu or bitter leaf. Guys, this leaf is called Uziza leaf, the almighty Uziza leaf. Like, this leaf is the bomb. I don't eat egusi soup after the first day because I don't really like the soup, but after I use this leaf, I fell in love. I fell in love with the leaf and how the soup was tasting. I ate it that day. I want to eat it the next day and again and again. So make sure to add water as much as you want. It's a soup. Oh. Some people like their egusi very dry. We need water in this soup, okay? I cover this and let it cook for a while. I am back to check on it and this soup is ready. This soup is ready. This soup smells so good. It tastes so good. Trust me, you need to try it. Try it and you will not go back to using the regular ugu and bitter leaf. And guys, that's it for this video and I'll see you in my next. Bye.